How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the GKP. We've come over to Wakefield Koi to pick up the Grown Show and our Benigoi and, well, some to be shown later on the Thursday Night Live. Mr. Daz from Daz's Koi Farm has just picked up a couple of extra fish. I've got to pick up and house my good friend Mike's and get them back over him while he gets his pond up and cycled and running, so they're going to be going home with me as well. So basically today is just going to be come down here, pick up some salt, pick up his fish. I think we are the last of the Grown Show to be picked up. We got Mick Lawson and his brother Jamie in there as well. We've got Jeff Lee's picking up his fish. We were hoping that we might be bumping into DT Koi and he would be picking up his. But he hasn't come over at this point. He might be maybe coming over tomorrow and getting his. So we're going to be getting these all boxed up. Well, as you can see, they are in the process of getting boxed up. And I'll just spin you around. I'll just show you what somebody has just purchased. There may be two little fish in there that Mr. Whitehead has picked up. Two butterfly koi. So yeah, everything's getting boxed up, everything's getting ready. Then we're going to get ourselves home. Once we've got ourselves home, we're going to get all these banged on the pond, acclimated for a good hour or so. George is just bagging them up now with some oxygen in, and then we're going to be doing a bit of gardening and a bit of tidying up to the back garden because it damn well needs it. So till then, guys, I'll swing back with you and get back to you in a tick. See you later. How's it going, guys? We're back. We've just been to pick up the fish. Now, temporarily, I'm doing Mike, who is Mr. Tropical Koi, a favour and housing two of his fish for him. I was just trying to think then how many we got, 5 between us. 2 of his fish for him so that he can get his new grow-on pond up and running. As some of you know, obviously he had a lot of problem with the bacterial infection with his fish and lost the vast majority of them, and restarted and redoing a fresh system. Completely blitzed everything, bleached it all out, started again as a fresh, and now at present is in the stage of getting it all up and running again and getting it cycled. So I said I'd take his fish till such time as he's got it up and running and cycling, and then once he has, we're going to be taking these over to him and dropping them off. So I'll show you what we've been up to. As you can see, I've just cut the lawn, absolutely soaking wet through, like a complete bog. I've got this little waterfall that I need to switch back on, and the little ones down in there are all doing well. There's a couple in there that will also be going over for Mike as well when we go over, and there's a couple of the small ones that I put into the big pond. As you can see, the fish from Wakefield Koi I've been acclimating now for the last hour, literally an hour and 5 minutes now, just gone over. What I'm going to do is get them all out of the bags. They're all going in here. Yeah, a bit yellowed that water. We're going to do, obviously I'm going to do a filter clean and a partial water change, but I'm also going to PP these fish. So what I've got there is 36 litres of water, and I'm going to be using some of the ready mixed potassium permanganate, and it is, if memory serves, let me double check, but I'm 100% sure it is. You can see that there, I'm going to get it to focus. 10 mil to 8 gallons or 36 litres. Well, that's 36 litres exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a 7-minute dip. I'm going to take all the fish out, bang them in here, give them a dip. Once they've had the 7-minute dip, I'm going to put them in. Then I'm going to give the filters a quick petal and a clean up. And once I've got them cleaned up, quick service of the pump, and then top back up of the pond. So that's the plan. The garden's looking reasonable, but like a complete bog here where dogs been walking through it all the time. But yeah, there's the Dainichi Benigoi. My Easter Showa in with the 2 Dainichi. We've got Mike's grown show, which is in this one, and then we've got my grown show. And god damn, his Mike's way bigger than mine. My grown show's tiny. Got some growing to do, that is for sure. But the rest of them are looking good. Everybody else's reels will be happy. But it's only a temporary. I was in for Mike for a couple of weeks till he gets his pond up and cycled, and then we're going to be taking me and my wife are going to be taking a trip over to see Sammy and Mike and taking his fish over. Plus his bag of salt I picked him up. Absolute bargain, guys. If you need some salt, Wakefield Koi, they're doing a good price. 25 kg bag. Once we've got these in and PP dipped for a 7-minute dip, then we'll be getting them in the pond and doing a bit of just a normal everyday service. Ideally I could have done with doing this before I went, but I didn't have time. But that's the plan. That's what we're up to. So yeah, 10's at 10 ponds at 10.2. It was at about 9.2 this morning, but it's come up a degree, which is good. Again, when I actually put some water in, the last time I put some water in over a week, it went up a good couple of degrees as well. So everything should be good. It should be good. But yeah, that's the plan. That's the line of attack we're going for. We're going to give him a PP. Once we've got him a PP, and we know, I've spoken with George, he'd done a scrape on them all, checked them all out, not yesterday, the day before I think he said, and they're all scraping clear, but just in case, better safe than sorry. I'm not saying anything, George. I'm just trying to make sure this is the only process, this is the only thing I can do when I don't have a quarantine system. But they've come from a very good, reliable source that I believe ain't got no issues, ain't got no problems, and I trust him, so we're going straight in with them. But the Benigoi, wow, the Benigoi, they are a bit on the bright side. They're going to make everything else look pretty dull in there colour wise. They're a lot brighter, look beautiful. Anyway, I'll get them all in. I'll see if I can get them all in and get a picture of them all so you can see them all in the bowl, hopefully, fingers crossed, and then we'll have a look at them all together. And then we'll get them PP treated. Once we've got the PP done, they'll be going in. So I'll get back to you in a tick. Right, I've got my Benigoi, got my Benigoi, Mike's Benigoi, and my Easter Showa. So I'll spin camera around, let you have a look at these. So there we go, guys. That one there is mine. The Showa there is mine, and this Benigoi there is Mike's. And at present we are looking, oh, steady on, see if we can get a little bit of a measure on this. Well, let's have a measure of Mike's Benigoi. It's now looking at about 22 cm on that one. I would have said probably something similar on this. (23 cm). 23 on that one. So this one must be a little bigger. 23 again. And let's have a look at you. The new Showa. Well happy with that. Which is now pushing in at 26 cm. Wow, that has done some growing. I'm pretty sure that were 19 prior to Christmas when I picked it up. Now, just to make sure that these don't do any jumping or topping off or flashing around, I don't want them jumping out, so I'm going to cover them up while I get the next ones in, and we're going to have a look at them too. Right guys, so my grown showfish is the next one that's just been popped in, and this is the one just here. So my grown Showa, from case there is this little one just here. Completely different to the two. Never had a show before, now I've got two of them. But yeah, there's the new one. Let's have a see if we can get a little measure on it. Which is now 23 cm. Nice blue eyes. Yeah, happy with that. Now, Mike, this one's for you, mate. The next one. That's this big. Look at them. The Benny on them is unreal. Really nice. Oh, very nice fish there. I do say so myself. Oh, I'm a little biased, but I really do like that. I'm hoping this one is going to develop a little bit more. Got a lot more up to come on it still. There's some very nice fish. Right, 1 second. The last one. Right guys, so like I said, I've gone from no shower in my pond to technically 3 shower in my pond temporarily, but nevertheless, Jesus Christ, Mike, look at the difference in size in that thing, mate. This one is Mike's. I hope you're going to be happy with that, bud. But that is nice, mate. I think between them two, bud, I might be sending you a small one. Let's have a quick look at this. That's a very nice fish. Let's see if we can get a measure on it for you, mate. So there we go, already 29 cm, bud. So you've got your Showa on the grown show and your Benigoi. So if I try and see if I can get these two side by side for you, mate, so you can have a look at them. There you go, bud. That's what's coming home to you. I hope you're going to be happy then, mate. Right, now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to keep my eye on these. I'm not going to be filming this bit. Well, I can film this bit, but I want to keep my eye on them rather than messing around while I'm using potassium permanganate. I want to keep an eye on the fish, make sure if there's anything wrong. I need to get my netting up and off ready, so once I'm done, they can then go straight in. I'm going to set up another tub here at the side. I'm going to fill it with a bit more water. We're going to go from the PP into there, from there, and then into the pond. So I'm going to get myself with another bowl set up at the side of it that I can drop them into, and then they're going to have the 7-minute bath. So I'm just going to put this cover over the top, stop them from being able to jump. And the beauty of a clear tub, guys, I can still get to see them from side on as well. Some nice fish, very nice. Right, get back to the tank. Right guys, as you can see there, 10mm to the 36 litres. I'm going to pop this in, and these guys are going to have the 7 minutes, which I've put on a timer. If they seem like they're struggling or stressing in any way, shape or form, then that's going to be removed, and the fish are going to be placed straight into this bowl, and from this bowl then into the main pond. So let's see how they do. Let's give these a quick PP. Stir that up a little bit. I'm going to put the lid on, guys, and I'm going to keep my eye on them. The beauty about having this bowl as it is, I can see the fish through the bowl, and their 7-minute timer has begun. So as you can see there, guys, The beauty about having a clear bowl that you can do this in, you can see what the fish are doing and you can see how they're acting. Nobody seems all that bothered in there. This is already a pre-diluted solution, and the stuff that I am using is, I'm just going to pop the lid back on, bear me 1 second. This is what I do when I bring home a new fish. It's the pre-mixed NT Labs potassium permanganate. So my phone is set for a 7-minute timer, so when that timer goes off, you're going to be taken out of there then. This is pond water as well, taken out of here into there, quick rinse off, and then just at the side of where the plants are there, I actually have a small area where I can put fish in there. So I'm going to take the bowl, carry it round over there and release each fish one at a time. But I say one at a time, they will all be coming out of there and into there at the same time. But I'm really happy with what we've got, George. You've provided us with some absolutely stunning fish. Some beautiful fish for the Grown Show. So I would say, as far as it goes today, being the 1st of April, these and the Grown Show, for me, has officially begun. Not that I'm going to be able to win, but I'm going to have a take part in it. But yeah, I've gone from having absolutely no shower in my pond for temporarily to have 3. And 2 beautiful Benigois. And I have just said to Mike, we've just done a private call with him, and I've just said to Mike, I might be sending you over a couple of smaller ones. This one is a cracker. Already 29 cm. So that one is growing really well. As you can see there, guys, none of them are stressing. They're not bothered. They're not struggling. That's 3 minutes 28 seconds. Thereabouts. But I mean, for me, you can do it in an open top tub like that and put a net over the top so you can keep your eye on them. But I just use this one because it's a clear tub. It's a little cheap measuring bowl I made myself till I get myself something of the, you know, proper kind. But it's ideal for something like this. You can see the side of the fish, you can see them from the side on, you can see if they're breathing alright, you can see if they're struggling, and none of them are all that bothered at all. But it's just what I do. I'm not saying everybody should do this. Ideally for me, if I had, they'd be quarantined and they'd be going into a quarantine pond. But at the end of the day, I trust Wakefield Koi and I trust George 100%. And we had a lovely natter and a chat with him and his father again today at the shop. A fair few people came in, picked up some stock and picked up some fish. Jeff picked up his, Daz picked up his, Mr. Lawson and Mr. Lawson again, both Mick and Jamie, Mick Lawson's brother, both came and picked up theirs as well. Daz's wife picked up a couple of butterfly koi, which you will see in the video as well. 2 nice fish. So I would imagine at some point Daz's koi farm hopefully might be doing a little bit of breeding of some butterfly koi. That's 5 minutes in, just over. But once I've finished with this water will be getting tipped out, and I'll just pour it over the top of gravel here and just let it soak into the ground. I don't want to put it on my lawn because that's soaking enough as it is. But as you can see, guys, I know this is quite boring for you, like, but you know, you can see me showing you a little bit just of what I do and how I prepare my fish prior to them going in my pond. And up to press, it works. I've not had any issues. 6 minutes, 1 more minute to go. But yeah. There we go, guys. That's how I do it. I'm just going to keep my eye on them. Just crouch down on the side of the bowl. Keep my eye on them for another 40 seconds or so. The bleeper should go off in the background, so we should hear it. And that's the timer. Once that timer goes off, I'm going to get them out in that other tub. And then, right, there we go, guys. Right, I'm going to get these fish out of this tub now and into this other one and give them a quick rinse off. And then they're going to be moved into the main pond. Get back to you in a tick. So there you go, guys. That is a nice bowl of fish. That's going to go to waste. These are going to go just to the other side of that plant there, and then I'm going to get them in pond. So bear with 1 second. Save me having to take all the net off. There's a nice little area there. I can just slip them in. So I'll get back to you in a tick when they're in pond. Alright guys, there we go. The new fish are in. Oh, it's looking a real busy pond now, but I know what everybody's probably going to be thinking, way too small a pond to be having that many fish in. Yes, it is, but there are some of these fish where I am gifting to Peter from Peter's Puddle and Goldfish. But there's some nice colour in there now. There we go. I did say we're going to do a filter clean, but I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to leave them for today. I think they've probably been through enough stress as it is without doing a great big water change on them as well. So tomorrow, I'll come out tomorrow morning and give them a check. I ain't going to feed them today either. The others have been fed this morning before I set off. And the temperatures are just 10.2 degrees. So they'll be fine for this evening. There's my growing show just there. There's Mike's whopping great big growing show over there in comparison. But we'll leave them for now. And we'll let them settle in. I give them a little bit, come back out and pick up camera and let you have another look at them. Actually, they all look like they're all cruising around pretty well there. But there's 5 extra fish in, 2 which are only going to be there temporarily because I'm housing them for Mike. And then there are the other fish which I'm going to be giving to Peter. So although there's 5 gone in, there's going to be 5 coming out. And there's 2 going to, like I say, 2 to Mike and 3 that I'm going to, in fact there might be even more in there coming out because there are some smaller ones that I put in there for Mike as well. Which one's Seragoi he wants to grow on. One which we believe, I've got 2 of them, are Magoi, so there's a Magoi to go back to him as well. And a couple of others. I think there's Makashiogon, that's in there too, but these are only little tiddlers. So, but they're going to be all going to Mike for his grow on. So, yeah. Happy days, chuffed to bits. Some nice fish. I can officially say now, I have my 3 new Japanese koi for the first koi of the season. Last year I did that and said last fish of the season, and then Daz from Daz's koi farm made sure that that was not the case. So this year I aren't going to be saying that that's the last fish of the season, as coming up next week, next Saturday, me and Daz have got a special trip out which I hope to be bringing to you. Bit of a teaser for you, all will be explained. We might do a little bit of bit of recording on his way down. It's a long drive, but it's going to be well worth it. So look forward to seeing you all in next week's. But as for now, the usual thing, guys. If you're enjoying this kind of content, you can do me a huge favour. Like, share, subscribe. Check out the store if you're interested in any merch. As I have now put out there a little bit. Let me know if anybody's interested, if there's anything else you might like to see. But yeah, like I said, usual thing, guys. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and until next time, I'll catch you on the next one. Keep smiling, guys. I'll see you all soon.